Hard Mark Podcast.
Soul skating. Soul skating.
Hot audio cream.
Tim Duncan.
I could make a fake snake.
You not pee in the pool. You not pee in Tim Duncan.
All of myself is clean.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 30 of the Hard Mark Podcast. I know everybody's been waiting with bated breath for this one. This is a show, in case you've never heard it before, where I, Eric Donaldson, a wrestling fan of over 30 years, introduce one match per episode to my co-host, Ryan Murphy, who has never watched wrestling. We talk about the backstory, we watch the match, Ryan attempts to predict the winner, and then we rank that match on our ever-growing list. So the purpose of this show is twofold. First, to see what happens when someone who's never watched wrestling is introduced to its most notable matches, and secondly, as a window into the mind of my co-host, he is the man of 1,000 compliments, the soul skater, the maitre d' of mat drama, the Tampa Bay topsider, the living painting, the talent, the rabbi of root beer, Ryan Deathmatch Murphy. How's it going, Ryan?
It's a good. I like the last one. It just keeps coming, but
yeah,
rabbi of root beer, like that.
It's true.
Have
you given any more thought to our root beer experiment from last episode?
I think the wrong root beers were chosen. And
you said Dad's was fine. You said Dad's was good.
I don't think it's your fault. You went out and bought the root beer, like on your, you know. So, but I do think it's a Bargs or A&W type of, and your perception of like root beer, like it's not wrong. I think a lot of people feel that way, but it's like my favorite. So, like I don't know, like I can go.
It's your favorite soda?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was probably my favorite. Like,
I think I'm a Sprite man.
I like Sprite too. Sprite's good.
One.
Yeah.
But no caffeine.
I don't go like I've never felt like a caffeine thing from like any soda. Just
True.
Coffee.
I guess I'm the same way. But here we are. Enough about root beer. We are here to talk about the future, and in the immediate future, we are going to embark on our legendary episode 30. This is one that you've been waiting for nearly our entire run of episodes so far, Ryan.
Yeah.
Way back. In fact, let me just double check here. So I remember very specifically which episode it is that we talked about the deathmatch topic. That was the Shield versus the Wyatt family, because Dean Ambrose, a member of the Shield, we talked about his deathmatch history. So that was way back in episode 7. So back in episode 7, you asked me to introduce you to a deathmatch episode. And I told you, eventually we'll get there. Well, today's the day.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like... I felt like it was never going to come, to be honest. It's like, I wasn't sure this day was actually going to arrive. But,
or if you were just going to quit before the day came.
I mean, I do that occasionally.
There were a few episodes where I think you were on the verge of just saying, I'm not doing this anymore. Deathmatch or no, it's not worth it.
Which one?
I don't know. 20? The one where you sweated out of your eyes, maybe? I'm not sure.
Was that 20?
That was 20.
That's 20, yeah.
Yes.
That's a third. We've been through... This is a third more than we were... You know what I'm saying? Like,
your math science is checking out. And just to clarify, in case anyone's like, what the fuck is going on with these guys? So, just because we wanted to do something special. It's episode 30. We've been talking about this episode for so long already. We wanted to figure out a way, how can we kind of differentiate this from what we normally do? So Ryan and myself are enjoying some beverages. We usually do, but we're going to be enjoying some more beverage than we ordinarily would.
It's a little bit more. Yeah.
So Ryan is working on his third portion of tequila at the moment. We had some shots. What is the brand? Just as a quick shout out, we're having Camarena.
It's good.
Familia Camarena tequila. Jalisco, Mexico.
It looks like such a bland bottle. Like you just might never pick it up, but like you picked it up and it's not bad. Like it's actually like a decent.
I would get it again.
Yeah.
For the price?
I actually would get that. Yeah. Like it's not like outrageous and
it's not.
Shit. Like that was a good pick.
So I'm going to try for Ryan's, you're the talent. You can do whatever it is that you want. You know, if Johnny Depp shows up on the set of Pirates of the Caribbean and he's fucking 3 sheets to the wind, who's going to say anything to Johnny Depp? Nobody. So Ryan, you're welcome to do whatever you need to do to kind of get yourself prepared.
Keep drinking?
I'm not peer pressuring you into. You do what you think you need to do. For me, I'm also going to be drinking, but I also have to manage the recording. I have to manage kind of setting up the clips. So I might rein myself in a little bit, but I am working on my second drink of tequila as we speak right now. But we'll try and make this fun, have some frivolity, really just kind of make this a big celebration of all things Hard Mark here today.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the freedom to...
If there's anything that you love, it's freedom.
These glasses, too, like... Shit.
Yes, my wife
great choice.
set us up with some nice martini glasses. This is like some Mad Men shit.
It's nice. It was a good choice.
Yeah.
Feel good about
Do
this.
people usually put the entire lime though in the margarita? I feel like
So here's okay.
Okay.
When I do margaritas,
Yes.
I don't like a lot of mixer.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sugar. I don't like a lot of sweets. So I just like if I can just do tequila and lime, like that's what I.
But you toss the entire.
I toss the lime.
For me,
in
I
there.
squeeze the lime and then
Yeah.
I put the lime skin.
I don't see why not. Like, why don't you just toss the rest of the lime in there?
Well, I mean, no one washed that lime. We don't know who touched that lime before you put it in your drink right now.
Well, the alcohol should kill like any bacteria. Like,
Is that what Greta's been telling you now that she's been in nursing school?
Greta, I mean, this is something I came up with on my own. Like,
Right.
You know.
Okay, this is a Ryan theory.
Yes, this is yes.
Okay, I'll
But
go with that.
I feel comfortable with it.
Sure. I mean, what do they swab your arm with before they give you a shot?
I feel great.
Alcohol.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure you do feel pretty good.
There's just COVID like floating around. And it's like
It's a flavor enhancer, I'm sure. And in time, we'll find that out. Before we get into our death match itself, which, again, feels a little surreal that we're actually doing this episode now. But I did have a couple, I don't know, we'll see how many things that we talk about beforehand. But I did have a question for you that, I don't know, I guess it sort of ties in with the subject of death matches. And also it ties in with the subject of Greta, who I just name dropped a little bit ago, your lovely significant other. Mm-hmm. Let's say that you had to kill someone, Ryan. So, like, whatever scenario you want to imagine in your head where this is a necessity now. Maybe Greta's life is in danger unless you take action. Mm-hmm. You have the freedom to do it any way that you feel is necessary or that you would want to. How would you kill someone if you needed to? Let's say you have time to plan. Let's say you have time to plan.
like someone.
I knew that you're going to start adding all these quantifiers, so I think I'm mentally prepared for all these questions you're going to hit me with, so go for it.
Well, I'm just like, I mean, I have to kill someone. Like,
Yes.
what is the...
Greta's life is in danger.
To save her, I have to kill someone?
This person's going to kill Greta unless you kill them.
And I'm upset by this.
Do you tell me?
Like,
I mean...
like it's not like, it's like, I fucking hate this, but I want to like fuck them up, like, or
they're going to kill Greta.
well, like, there's two different scenarios, Eric.
It's not a crime of passion. So let me put it to you like, here's the scenario in full, okay? Because I gave this thought because I was like, okay, Ryan's gonna like take this into a weird direction, so I'm ready for this weird direction. A genie shows up one day, right? Mm-hmm. And he says, in 1 year, Ryan, in 1 year's time, this man. And he pulls up like a holograph, like Minority Report. He's like, this man is going to kill Greta unless you intervene and you kill them.
Okay.
Like, you can't even, like, they cannot be in a coma. Like, you have to kill them. Like, if they are alive, then they will somehow figure out a way to kill Greta in a year. So you have a year to plan.
Like, is he a sneaky fucking guy? Like,
He's just a regular guy. So if you don't take any action, somehow he's gonna.
are you asking me if I would do it? Like,
No, you have to do it. I'm not. It's not
Yeah,
a
I was
question
like,
of will you.
yeah.
It's how do you do it? If you had to kill a human being, how would you do it? So it also in this scenario, there are police. So you're trying to not get caught, if at all possible.
so I think like probably like the easiest way to do it would be like utilize my resources, right? Like my boat. Maybe take him out in the middle of the Puget Sound and just dump. Yeah, like just dump the guy. Like, right? Like, I mean, that would probably be like the least amount of observers.
Dump the guy. So
Well, I mean.
so you're talking about befriending this human being, taking them out on your boat at night, and then just like clobbering on the head and
So
throwing
here's
them
what I
overboard?
thought about. Like I I've taken several people out like on my boat and like no, but here not
killed
like
them all.
like in a way like but none of them wear life jackets and I don't wear one either. But like shit, like I'm like realizing like fuck, like if some of these my friends can't swim, like
Yeah.
that could be very like if you dump like befriend the guy, bring him on the boat, dump in the Puget Sound, he's not gonna fucking make it. You can't swim. I mean, you
Sure.
might have to get in a little bit of a physical altercation to get him off, but like you just, I mean, yeah, like
This is not the direction I expected it to go in.
let him go.
But so are you concerned that his body's going to float up to the surface and then they're going to find that body?
I mean, it might wipe up on the shore someday. Like I'm sure there'd be like, but like,
Would you tie anything to his arms or legs to like weigh him down so he just floats to the bottom of the sound?
I don't know. Like
You've already come that far befriending this person.
Yeah, I mean, I would be like, I think
Taking them into Chili's.
I think if
Tuesday.
I had to, I'd be pretty upset like with the situation. So like maybe like, but like I think the initial like thing to do would be like get him off the fucking boat. Like you're not like, how do I like implement like tying him down? Well, I'd have to bring him out there, like hang out and like push him off. I don't know how I would tie anything to him to like sink him. I
mean, I'd prefer. I wasn't planning to give you any ideas, but now your strategy has intrigued me to this certain point where I think you can spitball to me and I can make it better. I think chloroform. I think you lure this.
Just put it up like that.
Yeah, like hey, can you go grab me? Hey, can you grab me a beer? No,
there's a lot of rags on the boat. I could even use your shirt, like.
You cannot use the Lowe's shirt that I bought for you as a chloroform way of killing a man, Ryan. That's not what that was for. I would be flattered, but that's not. It's meant for you to wear.
Resources.
And I'm actually, now that you bring it up, why aren't you wearing the goddamn shirt right now for episode 30?
Yeah, no. I mean, I have the bow back, and I don't have an excuse. It's not in the shop anymore.
I accept your apology. Yeah. But yeah, I would chloroform. I would like, hey, grab me a beer. And then specifically, like, oh, one of the ones at the bottom, it would be coldest. And then when his back is turned and he's rooting through the cooler for all the beer, that's when you chloroform him with the Lowe's shirt. He's unconscious, and then you toss him in the water from there.
If he was unconscious, like you'd probably be right about a better idea would be to like sink the guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, so because the body's going to end up washing up somewhere, and then you have problems later, right?
Right. Sure. I mean, we have a year to plan. Let's make sure we're doing this right.
But I mean, yeah, those things can come into play. Like I'm just talking like that would be the kind of like hierarchy of the strategy.
Sure.
Get him out of the Puget Sound, right? Just kill him out.
Use
there.
your resources.
Right.
Is this why you bought a boat to begin with, just in case this scenario ever played itself out?
I mean, it's not like, why I bought the boat, but now that
there's a good reason to make that investment.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So.
That I didn't expect you to go in that route. Would you give this person a fake name? Because you're befriending them. Like clearly you're going to.
Would I give them a fake name? What do you mean?
Because like let's say somehow they survive. Like that's not the plan. We don't want them to survive. But like, do you give them an assumed name?
Oh, like so like them? Me, like give them a fake name for me.
Yeah. Or do you make up an identity, or are you just Ryan?
I mean, if I drown him out in Puget Sound, I'm expecting that he's fucking dead. Like I mean, sure. I might just like give him my name, which would not be smart, but like
right.
And I do want to like
got a lot of hubris.
I want to backpedal a little bit here. Like,
please.
When I first said like, am I upset about this guy killing? Yes, of course. I just meant like
I was absolutely gonna.
I just meant like in a way like did I like. Is there like, am I like really angry right now, or am I like planning? Like, is that like, that's the kind of thing I'm
right. So, sure. Yeah. So Greta's listening right now.
Yes, I'm very upset.
He's very upset.
But do I have to plan for this, or am I just like in the moment, like kill this guy?
It's
like
not a crime of passion. You
right.
have this genie.
Yeah. Okay.
Is intervening. He's you've got a year to plan.
Yeah.
But at the end of that year, like time's ticking right now.
Yeah.
So that's good. My answer. Are you curious to hear my answer?
Yeah.
I would just take an icicle and then stab them with the icicle.
Well, there's a lot of Ring doorbells, like around.
That's a good point. Ring doorbells were not a thing back when I first came up with the idea of like stabbing someone with an icicle.
Must have been a long time ago.
It was. I've always had this in the back of my mind. So that was my second way of doing it, and I think that's what I've kind of moved towards, because then, of course, there's no murder weapon. Before that, my idea was to take like a bear carcass, and hollow out its arms, or like at least its forearms, and then I would wear the bear arms on my own arms, and then
That'd be fucking scary as
would
like
just
someone
maul.
who's a victim of that. Like,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that could be like a thing like people like try to recreate. Like,
sure, like it's just a fucking bear mauled them to death. I don't. No, you can't arrest a bear.
do you think an icicle would like go through someone, or you think it'd break?
People die via icicle.
Like they get hit in the head though, right? From like heavy icicles dropping. Is
Yeah.
it like does it stab them? Like are they that sharp?
Yeah, they could be pretty. Yeah, the sharpness.
Like I've seen icicles like hang off our gutters, and they're big, but like I can't imagine it like fucking me up. Like
Fucking me up. Let's see. I'm gonna just Google search right now. How dangerous are icicles? Oh, and also as a quick aside, my decision of food to get in my stomach before I started drinking all this tequila today was a large cinnamon roll. So we'll see how that plays out for me.
does it feel?
It feels good now. I feel like a nice warmth over my body. It's
good. Yeah.
I turned the heat off in the room, so this is all just tequila warmth happening right now inside of my person. Okay, how dangerous are icicles? Large falling icicles knocked down by wind or loosened by a spell of sunshine. That's an interesting turn of phrase. Can damage anything in their path with their heavy weight and pointed tips. They're capable of pulling gutters off of your house, shattering windshields of vehicles below, and causing laceration or concussion or worse. So, I don't know.
Interesting.
There you go. Let's see. Let's do one more quick. How many people die via icicle? Per year?
Like it's got to be like a high. Like I can't imagine like your gutter icicles are like like.
That sounds like a slur. A gutter icicle. Like I don't know what like
gutter,
Nordic country you'd be like. You see like a Swedish person walking. Look at that gutter icicle over there. How many people die from icicles? There we go. 15 people per year.
Real fuck. That's not very many.
It's not very many, but it's like
in the world.
In the United States.
Oh, okay, that's a little bit higher.
Do you think? Okay, do you think that the United States icicle death is higher or lower than like the norm?
Fucking much lower. Like significant. I guarantee there's a country that has like way more. And I don't think it's like piercing, like, where it's like, yeah, like lacerating the skin.
Yeah.
I think it's like concussion like type shit, like a big ass icicle like breaks off and like hits you in the head. Like,
right.
I don't.
And Steve Young's just dealing with CTE the rest of his life on account of a icicle.
Steve Young?
Yeah, former 49ers.
Is he like, does he have an icicle story? Like,
he got a lot of concussions. I don't know why. I don't know why he's the guy in my brain.
I thought it was like icicle specific. Okay, so
I mean, probably.
God damn. Like,
probably yes.
He lives in San Francisco. Shit. Like,
right. Exactly. But 15. So you're right. That's a small number.
Yeah.
But it's not like, at the same time, it's like a known thing.
Yeah.
So
maybe
that's the route you take. Or you target someone without a Ring doorbell, or you go to their back door. I don't know. There's ways of kind of getting around. I think with a year's time to plan, you have reconnaissance, and you can kind of figure out like, okay, do I need to be concerned?
Did you ever watch those like I'd watch them with my dad. They were like the Discovery Channel, like murder kind of mystery. I still watch like Dateline and stuff like that, but I'm always like, they always miss one fucking thing when like the murderer does something. They like miss like
a very important clue.
They like don't realize like something. They prep really well, but like they miss like one fucking thing. Like,
right.
So you gotta like, I mean, if you have a year to fucking plan, you have to like all those variables. You have to like, how do you?
You gotta buy the gloves. You gotta.
Yeah, but even like you buy the gloves now, like that's the thing that they see you on Target, like buying the, they have you on video.
That's true. Well, yeah, but a year
you gotta
in
like
advance,
fucking, what's that?
But if you bought it a year in advance, like they're not going to be able to. They're not. That's
I mean, I don't. Oh shit.
I mean, who doesn't own gloves? Actually, to be fair, I didn't own gloves until I went to Japan. I bought gloves because I knew I was going to go there. I didn't own gloves. Do you own gloves? Episode 30.
I like ski gloves. Like,
okay, well there you go. You can just wear.
That'd be hard to maneuver. I imagine. Like,
yeah, I mean, not
very,
a lot
like,
of
agile. Like, yeah.
Especially if you're shoving a guy off a boat, you want a little bit more dexterity. Like you may need to like strangle the guy a little bit before.
Right.
Like you might just be staring. Do you think strangulation is the most intimate form of killing a man?
It'd be intense. Like, I mean, it would be like an intense way to kill someone.
I don't think I'd be into it.
I don't know.
Personally,
like killing or like being killed, like
killing or being killed. I mean, if I had to pick, I guess the latter. But I think strangulation.
It's probably pretty intimate. Like, I mean, probably, yeah.
Very
like,
intimate.
Yeah.
Like, very, like, touching souls.
Yeah.
Almost. Cool. All right. Well, that was one thing I wanted to talk about. Tattoos. What do you think about tattoos?
I mean, like,
3 Tequila Ryan. What do you think about tattoos?
like, I would get one. Like,
You're 30. If you haven't gotten one yet, you're not going to get one.
yeah, but 30 is like the new 20. Like,
Oh, come
You
on.
know.
Live, laugh, love, Ryan.
I think tattoos I like them. I really do. And I respect people who have them like all over. I think it fucking looks awesome. But like, I don't have any because like, what the fuck am I going to get tattooed on me? Like, you know, I have nothing that I would be like, yeah, I want this like permanently, like, you know, and some people do. And that's, you know, but I don't.
So you really, really like tattoos?
I do like tattoos. I just don't have anything that I would like it. I think tattoos look fucking awesome. And I respect people who have like a fucking great sleeve, like down to their arm. Like it looks fucking great. Like
You're really excited about this idea.
yeah, I mean, so
Why don't you just get a sleeve then?
it would not be like something, it's not that it would probably look great on me, to be honest. Like, but
I think if you had a sleeve, it would complement your long, luscious locks so well. You just the wind going through your hair out on the boat.
yeah, it would. It really. I have
with your sleeves. You got your tank top on.
I have no doubt that is correct. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't like anything I got on that sleeve. I would have to like explain it somehow. Like someone would ask, like, "What's that?" Like, I have no idea.
Would they?
Yeah.
When I see a sleeve. Mm-hmm. When it's just like literally, and we're talking sleeve as in like the whole arm is tattooed, right?
Yeah.
I can't fucking make out one thing on that. It just looks like a bunch of patterns.
But you're like
and
a
colors.
random person to like that. I mean, like your friends would fucking ask you like, "What the fuck you got like tattooed down your arm?" Like, you know, like not some random person. Like I'd have to explain it to or justify it, but like your friends are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Like, you know,
right? Are they not just random patterns and colors and shit?
I don't know.
You can't have like meaningful shit all over your.
You're right. Like
arm.
I don't know how they do it. Like I don't know.
It seems expensive.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
like,
I
it's
hate
also
needles, for the record. The reason I wouldn't do it is because I fucking hate needles. But like secondarily, it seems like a very expensive habit to form.
I think it is very expensive. And I think people find like a lot of meaning in it. And that's why like they're willing to.
Right.
I don't. And that's the thing. I don't really like deeply find like meaning in like a lot of shit. Like, so like.
If you had to get something tattooed, like what would be the thing that you find the most meaning in? Like an air fryer or something on your lower back?
That's okay. You make a nice air fryer joke. But like that's the thing. I don't have anything that like I'm super passionate about that I would like get like some like maybe even like a tribal or Chinese like something whatever it is. Like those people are like, fuck yeah, this means something to me. I don't have that.
Well, a lot of people get. I think you're over. I mean, some people, yes. Very
but the people who have like a sleeve, I feel like they at least think that there's like a lot of meaning to it. Like at the very least, they feel like passionate enough to do it like a whole sleeve.
Your lack of passion is what would prevent you from getting anything.
That's
tattooed.
what I'm saying. I was gonna say Greta has a couple tattoos.
Yeah,
and
she
Greta,
has a tattoo that's not a foot tattoo. We know that.
It's like an ankle.
Right, exactly. So she's almost crazy, but
she has another one too, like on her arm.
Uh-huh. Does she still listen?
Does she what?
Does she still listen to this thing? Or is she kind of tuned out? She's like, I talked to him on Skype.
I know she listened to it when she went to Chicago. Like well,
she's still there. Does she still listen?
Yeah, I mean, she knows. She when I told her this was episode 30, she's like, "What the fuck?" Like, she's like, "I cannot believe this went like 30 episodes." Like, because it was like a bit when I told her the first time we like listened to it. She's like, and she fucking her parents, like her dad, like loved it too. Like,
yeah.
You know, like it was like, I mean, I don't do this like sort of thing.
Oh,
like,
you're not on podcasts all the time. Weird.
I
had no idea.
So she's like, oh fuck, 30 episodes is fucking crazy. Like you guys just did the first one, like when we had the house.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
It's true. I mean, and like I did a podcast before this podcast. So Hard Mark is now my second podcast that I've done. That one made it to 50 episodes.
50 fucking episodes.
And like, I mean, we'll see how this goes.
Right,
but
right.
You know, contractually, you're obligated to 100, so I guess we'll double my previous record. So that'll be
as long as I'm getting fucking paid. You know, that's
getting paid in tequila and beer and you know all the good things in life. Mm-hmm. I guess to kind of put a bow on the tattoo thing, I don't I don't have an opinion one way. Like, it's fine if other people do it. I just hate needles so much that I would never. There was a time in my early 20s where I had it's so stupid to say out loud. I had figured out, like, okay, these are the tattoos I want. This is where I want to get them. I like sketched out stupid ass fucking versions of them, and I'm so glad I didn't do it.
Yeah. I've had thoughts like that too, just like dumb shit. Again, I wasn't passionate about, but like I was like, I'm gonna get a tattoo. I'm gonna do it this way. Like,
sure. Wait, so you there was a time in your life where you're like, I'm probably going to get a tattoo, or at least I want to get a tattoo?
I thought, like, and this is fucking stupid as well.
We can swap stories.
No, I mean, this is, again, like, so, like, one of the ideas, like, okay, like, I'm from Seattle, like, I'm a big, like, sports fan. Like, there's a really cool, like, scene, like, or not scene, like a
cityscape?
Yeah, like, but what if you did that, like, on your back? and so like,
where on your back, like your shoulder blade?
Yeah, not a great idea. So I think this is kind of, and I didn't have any plans to do it, but I was like, if I, Seattle, like, it holds, like, kind of all my baseball memories and my football. Yeah, it'd be kind of a cool, like. Again, glad I never did it.
Sure.
I think it would look ridiculous. But I thought, I've thought about it, and I totally respect the tattoo game. Like, I'm 100% on board with
the tattoo game.
I love it. Like, I love, like, people and like, now it's not like as much of like going to a job and like you can't get a job with tattoo. Like,
sure,
fuck that. Like, come on. Like, these people like put that on there for me. Maybe a reason. I don't know. Maybe a reason.
But also, maybe they were just drunk in Las Vegas.
Exactly.
The tattoo, I remember I was going to get a couple. The one that I was like super gung-ho about, I was going to get like a sun on one shoulder, and then I was going to get a moon on the other shoulder. And
nice.
And it represented the fact of the duality of things. Like, sometimes things can be opposite, but neither one is good or bad.
I think that's a good concept.
And that was like fucking really deep.
How old were you when you
like fucking 22?
Yeah. See, I'm trying to think of like if you had that tattoo, I'd be like, Jesus. Like someone else I could totally see it on, but like I don't know if that like tattoo would fit you. Like,
it wouldn't. I would like see it every day and be like, ugh. That's $400 I fucking shit down the toilet. Great.
You could also like take these tattoos and like, instead of like either I think you can laser treat them to get them removed, but also like you can like convert them into like different things. Like,
well, then you have to get more tattoos,
right?
It's just a fucking rabbit hole
as your life
into...
changes.
Well, sure, but then you have
the game that they get into, like like.
But then if you don't feel passionate enough about something else, then you're just stuck with these tattoos, and also the laser removal. I've heard hurts like shit.
I'm not saying the laser removal. I'm just saying, like, I would like you could alter the tattoos. Would probably be a better idea and probably cooler. Like like oh, like my life changed. Like now I altered these like tattoos that I got. Like that'd probably be a cooler way to.
Would you get Greta's name on your body?
No. No, and I know she wouldn't get like anything related. Like that's not like a shot. I wouldn't get anyone's name tattooed on my body. There's no way.
The reason I bring this up, so the Undertaker, who we've seen a couple times now. So in the matches that we've seen of him, he's very sort of, I don't know. It seems weird to call the Undertaker young and fresh faced, but like he basically was. The most recent match that we watched of his against Hulk Hogan, he had one tattoo, and it was of like a big Grim Reaper. On his forearm. Years later, full sleeves, like all tatted up all over his body. One of the tattoos that he had in like the late 90s, early 2000s was his wife's name, Sarah, right across his neck, right here. And then, as you would probably guess, they divorced. And so then he had to get it like lasered off, and you could like still see that it said Sarah, and then it eventually
scarred.
Scarred and faded. And then he eventually had to get like a weird tribal design over it just to like cover it. So yeah. There you go. Tattoos, everybody.
Tattoos.
They're fucking cool as fuck.
Love them.
We love them. Should we talk about our stuff now? Should we get into the match?
Yeah.
Are we ready? We should probably. I should re-up. Yeah,
you should re-up. You should hit me.
What?
Hit me with a re-up.
Oh, you're going to get a re-up too?
I think most of this is lime juice.
Oh, No, what? Really?
And ice.
You think? Oh, man, I'm going to have to... I should have brought a shot glass. I should grab a shot glass.
Yeah. I touched a lime at the store and then put it back as...
Is that making you second guess the decision to just dump the whole thing in there? Because I know for a fact Heather did not wash that lime.
Yeah, I mean, I feel okay about it. I'm not like really a germaphobe in that way. Like, there's things I am a germaphobe about, like, but not like touching. Like, it's just like how much shit, like, if
the
it
main germaphobe thing of
yeah,
touching.
like, if it wasn't COVID, would you give a shit, like, about, like, touching?
Pardon me?
If it wasn't COVID, no one would care about, like, touching limes. Like, you
no.
you just grab a lime.
That's true.
Yeah.
You can't. Yeah, no, that's how that would work. In a pre-COVID world, we'd all be.
And like, COVID's not
Kings.
disgusting. Like, it's like a thing that you have to deal with, but it's not like, oh someone like shit on this line. It's fucking gross. Like,
I thought you were taking this into like a real QAnon direction.
oh
or
no,
something.
like I just like, I mean, like, yeah, COVID's bad. Like, I just like, like I think I'd rather get COVID than someone like smear shit on a lime that I ate and put in my drink. Like
I don't even have. I'm not even going to respond to that thing. I don't have a dog in that fight.
Right.
Okay, are we ready for wrestling?
yeah.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. We're ready for the death match, everybody. This is the moment that we've been building to for the past 23 episodes, or 22, I don't know, whatever. I'm 3 tequilas now in.
Even though it's 29, but we watched like 6 matches in one.
But you didn't know about death matches until episode 7, and so it's only been... But
Oh, is that what... Has it been... Fuck, okay.
That's what I said earlier, yeah.
So 30 episodes.
This is 30 total episodes, and you
But we
found
didn't
out...
know... Yeah, okay.
I told you about death matches in episode 7.
All right.
And then ever since then, you're like, Aaron, can we please watch your death match? Please, I promise I'll be real good. And I was like, if you don't complain at all, and if you're a real good boy, Ryan, we'll watch it in episode 30.
Okay. Well,
And you know what? Ryan's been a real good boy. He's been doing all of his chores, and today he's being rewarded with the gift of death matches. So let's talk about it. August 18th, 1995. Where were you, Ryan?
you were summer of kindergarten, I think. Like,
A great year.
yeah.
Hell of a year.
Yeah.
Doing. Where did you go to kindergarten? Just out of curiosity.
Riverview Elementary.
Is that in the greater Snohomish area?
Snohomish,
All
like
right.
downtown. Not downtown, like,
Uptown.
well, yeah, like rural, like,
Okay.
in the sticks.
Any fun kindergarten or memories that you have?
I have so many, like,
What's one?
just let me let these sink in.
Here's a fun kindergarten memory for me, which was
okay.
not in 1995, by the way. I remember one time I was wearing my favorite pair of suspenders because it reminded me of Mario Brothers.
Oshkosh.
Yeah, they were actually Oshkosh. And I remember a girl was like, what are you wearing underneath your suspenders? And I was like, I don't know. And then I
You undid.
I didn't undo them, but I pulled it out and looked. And then I was just like, oh, it's my underpants. And we were both looking down, looking at my Super Mario Brothers 2 underpants. And then I immediately was like, and then closed it back up. I was like, apparently I'm not wearing anything under them besides underpants.
I was kind of like a ladies' man, like back in probably kindergarten to like 3rd grade. I was very smooth with like the ladies.
Kindergarten to 3rd grade?
Yeah.
How so? I had a girl that used to tie my shoes for me in kindergarten.
Oh shit. That's
Yeah.
on another level. I was just
I think her name was Heather, if I remember right, actually. Not the Heather I'm currently married to, but a different Heather.
Heather's that's
a shoe tie name, if I've ever heard one. If you find yourself a Heather, she'll tie your shoes all day long.
Yeah, no, I was just had
You were like a flirty boy? You were like a sexy boy toy?
I mean, like, just flocking to me, like, I think is,
Okay, now you need to give us an example.
No, I mean, I'm just, okay, like, there was much, like, I'm trying to think of, like, the swing games we played.
Wait, well, pardon me? You having key parties in the kindergarten class?
Swing games.
Games on the swing.
Games on the swing.
Okay.
Like,
Sure.
I'm just going to butcher this fucking story. Like,
I mean, I'm only familiar with the game on the swing where you swing on it. I didn't know. I guess you could also do like hang from your legs.
There was like a game where like you ran, you were on the swing and like there was like a row of them and like, someone would run through and like they were under you and like, I'm in your shower or something like, but like you could tell they wanted to be around my swing, in particular.
Right.
So,
Ryan's always had the swingest of swings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tequila Ryan's is a weird entity, but you know what? I don't hate it. So August 18th, 1995, ladies' man Ryan Murphy, he's hanging out in Snohomish. Meanwhile, while all that's going on, a smaller Japanese wrestling promotion known as the IWA. Any guesses what that stands for?
International World Wrestling
Yep.
Association.
You got it, dude. International Wrestling Association. So they were set to run their biggest show of all time in the Kawasaki Stadium. And so this show was dubbed IWA Kawasaki Dream King of the Deathmatch. So this outdoor stadium was primarily used for baseball purposes. It provided very little protection, which again, this is August of 1995, provided very little protection from the 90-degree temperature taking place that very day.
Can I ask if this had a larger attendance than any baseball game in
Kawasaki Stadium
history?
I don't know the answer to that for a fact.
Okay.
I think that my suspicion is no. My suspicion is no, just based on like we're going to watch obviously some matches from this show, a little clips here and there. You'll see glimpses of the crowd. The quality on this video is bad, poor, but I do not think that it was outdrawing the heights of whatever the Kawasaki baseball team would be. That's just my suspicion.
Okay.
So they're not in the same category of the Mariners. I don't know if that makes you feel better or worse.
Why you have to like take a shot of them right there?
Well, I mean, because I did attend the largest record attendance in Safeco Field history. This was when it was Safeco, of course, of 47,632, I believe, something like that, which is much higher than any Mariners game has ever drawn.
I wouldn't say like you're probably right. I wouldn't say much fucking higher. Like
much higher.
Okay.
In the height of Ken Griffey Jr.
We'll move on. I mean,
Ken Griffey's just napping in the dugout.
What year was it, by the way?
The WrestleMania? Yeah. 2003.
Fuck.
What? Why is that a fuck?
I mean, 2001 was a big year for the Mariners, like where they held like a lot of it. So
2003,
47.
I don't. I mean, I made up the last.
No, that's probably that sounds like almost right. Like
it's
that sounds like
close.
very
Let's see, attendance record. I'll just to set you at ease. Yeah. Oh, 54,000. 54,097.
Were there fans on the field?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. You can't count that, Eric.
Well, I am.
All these. How many years have we been doing this? You've been like, I've been to the biggest. That's bullshit.
It's the record. It's the WrestleMania 19 has the record of 54,000. The record for baseball, just in case you're curious, 47,480.
That sounds right.
But yeah, WrestleMania 19 holds the record. So Kawasaki, unsure if they hold the record or not. My suspicion is no.
What's the stadium hold? Sorry.
Kawasaki Stadium? God damn it. Drunk Ryan is asking me all sorts of questions.
I bet it's a lot. I bet that field's fucking huge.
Kawasaki, which is again capacity for like, I'm sure it's probably going to give me the baseball capacity, but
of course,
you can put seats on the
field. That's what
field.
it fucking is. Like it's,
well,
you can't add seats and be like, yeah, we hold the fucking record.
Oh, God.
You missed that little detail for 2 years.
I did not miss any details. I never needed to get into that level of information before. 26,232.
Oh shit! It's not a major field, or
must not be.
Okay.
I mean,
we can move on. Sorry, I'm just like that's small. Like that's.
It's.
I thought Japanese they fucking do it big. Like
there's a potential for the soundbite right there, but yeah, it's 26,000.
Okay.
So maybe it may not be like whatever their equivalent of major league is. I'm not really sure.
That's fair.
Okay. So again. It's a baseball stadium that this event is being held at. It's 90 plus degrees. It's like Japan in the summertime.
Indoor?
Gets hot. No, outdoor.
Okay.
So the big draw of this event, kind of as alluded to in the title of it, was a one-night, 8-man single elimination tournament to crown the king of the Deathmatch. So each match of the tournament consisted of a different type of death match. So for like the first round, they had a certain type, or they had like two different types that they would kind of switch around between. And then each round kind of had different weapons that could be used for that particular match. And so that means that the winner of this tournament would need to survive a total of 3 matches over the course of 1 day. So it's not like they're kind of jumping around between venues. You're getting a chance to like sleep it off in a hotel room. This is all happening over the course of 1 day in 90+ degree heat.
Yeah.
So that's just a little bit of the background there.
Yeah.
So this is going to test their toughness, their endurance, and their survival instincts. And that's what we're going to see here today, Ryan.
Japanese is going to be fucking good. Like.
And so, as we've alluded to previously, I'm glad that you actually mentioned the Japanese aspect. So it's happening in Kawasaki, Japan. But the finals of the tournament actually, surprisingly, does not have a Japanese competitor in it.
Does have which country?
It has 2 Americans, as a matter of fact. 2 men from the United States and 2 men that we've actually seen several matches from already. It's as if we planned this. It's so weird. So the 2 men that are going to be in the finals of this very tournament is the whiteboard.
It's right here.
Can you hand that to me? I asked him to do one thing, and he's like so mad about it. All right.
I'm just trying to navigate everything.
There's a lot to go through. So the 2 men that are in the finals, Terry Funk, who we've seen a couple times. He was in the match against Ric Flair, which was the I Quit match, where the only way to win was to make your opponent say I quit. He was also in the empty arena match where his eye got stabbed with a piece of wood. Do you remember? You remember the empty arena match for sure, I'm assuming, right?
Which one?
That had no fans in it.
I mean, you said empty.
Empty arena. There's only one match that we've seen with an empty arena. Okay, so Terry Funk, who we've seen a couple matches of, again, the empty arena match, the match against Ric Flair. So the empty arena match, as we saw, that's ranked at number 22 right now. The Ric Flair match, I think, is underneath that. Yeah, that's number 27. So maybe you weren't a huge fan, but like I think one of the things that Terry Funk is known for was his promos. Like he's an incredible talker, and the fact that he was like one of the last touring NWA champions. He's such a unique figure in the history of professional wrestling because like he was one of those guys that was a part of the NWA that was going from town to town all the time, like representing like this is the world heavyweight champion. Like that's what people looked at as the top guy in the world of wrestling. But then in his later years, especially, he would kind of jump around and do whatever it was that he wanted to do. So like this King of the Deathmatch tournament it's not out of character for Terry Funk, but it's very much out of character for what you think of like NWA. Like Ric Flair would never do this shit, like ever. So it's very much in the wheelhouse of a Terry Funk to kind of go against the grain and do what he, thinks is the right thing to do for him. But the finals is Terry Funk. The other final participant is going to be a guy by the name of Cactus Jack, who we actually saw a little bit more recently. We saw him against Sting. That was the match where it was falls count anywhere, so you could pin your opponent anywhere around the ring. We saw a lot of slams out on the concrete. It had no padding whatsoever. We also saw some fighting up on the ramp and whatnot. Does that one ring a bell at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Funk had established himself many years previously. He is like a legend in Japan. So in the clips that we're going to watch, we're not going to watch all the matches that happen in this tournament. That would take way too long and we would lose our patience. But we'll watch little highlights of the things. And one thing that you'll find is when Terry Funk is in there wrestling, people are screaming because they love Terry Funk. Like in Japan. So anytime he is in peril or people think that he's in any sort of trouble at all, you'll hear especially women, and I'm going to do my best impression. Let me back up from the mic here. You're going to hear these women, Terry! Like that.
Titty?
They're trying to say Terry.
Oh, there's Teddy.
It kind of sounds like Teddy.
Like
Teddy!
flashing.
Like that.
You throw their like bras at him.
It's not like a Beatlemania situation. They're like concerned, so they're trying to like will him back to his feet and will him to defend himself.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. But so he was 51 years old at the time that this tournament happened. So like that Jerry Lawler match that we saw, that was from like the late 70s, early 80s, sometime around that time period. This is now 1995. So he was already pretty old and pretty fucking established in pro wrestling at the time of that empty arena match. He's even older and like he's even more, established, but he's getting up there. 51 in the wrestling industry. Yeah. He probably would have been wrestling for roughly about 30 years by this point. So he was basically trying to attempt to use his name and give his credibility to give a shot in the arm to this IWA promotion, which was kind of a young fledgling promotion. They were definitely not in the, New Japan was, and another company by the name of All Japan. They were kind of the top promotions in Japan. So Terry Funk was trying to help this company out essentially. Meanwhile, Cactus Jack, his opponent, has established himself as a wild man. He's capable of absorbing tremendous amounts of punishment, as we saw in his previous match against Sting. Now, in this tournament, Cactus Jack aligned himself with a guy by the name of Tiger Jeet Singh. He's a notorious bad guy in Japanese wrestling. He's also pretty lazy, pretty selfish. You're not going to see Tiger Jeet Singh rolling any barbed wire or anything here today. So just a quick FYI. But that's neither here nor there. So knowing that this thing is coming down to Cactus Jack and Terry Funk, we don't need to see the whole tournament, but I do think it's important from a contextual point of view for us to see and kind of know what these guys have been putting their bodies through before they squared off against each other at the end of this tournament.
Right.
So I figured we could watch some highlights of some of those matches, which leads up to the finals. And you and I can even do a little bit of kind of commentary. We can let the audience kind of hear the audio and we can describe a little bit of what's happening to them if that's agreeable to you, sir.
This is a deathmatch scenario with all these
Yes. So you have a total of, how many guys are in this tournament? Is it 16? Something like that? But yeah, every match is a different type of death match.
Okay.
And
all
so
the prelims,
yeah, all the prelims leading to the finals. But again, all this is happening over the course of one day. So everything that we're about to see is happening in one day in August of 1995 in Kawasaki, Japan. And if there's anything that you're curious about as I'm describing it, we're welcome to take a peek. But I actually have cultivated some clips, some highlights that we can watch here today. Yeah. So I have, as you've already seen, I've repurposed our whiteboard for today's episode to just give you a frame of reference for our tournament. So starting at the very top, we have Tiger Jeet Singh and Mr. I'm going to butcher this name, Ganasuke.
Yeah.
Ganasuke. So Tiger Jeet Singh.
Oh, I can see. Okay, yeah. So that's...
Tiger Jeet Singh, Mr. Ganasuke was the first match of the tournament. We don't need to watch any of that match at all. But basically what it was...
a bad match, or?
It was a real bad match. You would not... It would probably rank last.
Oh, okay.
Which ordinarily I'd be all for, but we have a lot to get through here today, so we can skip it. But it was a barbed wire chain and board match.
Shit.
Yeah, so that was the very first match of the tournament.
I still haven't seen this in con, so I'm curious to see, what the fuck...
You don't have to wait much longer to see some of this stuff. And so that match finished when Tiger Jeet Singh applied a submission hold onto the barbed wire board. So I think he grabbed hold of the guy's tummy and squeezed. Apparently it's his submission hold, whatever. And then the guy was fell back into the barbed wire and then he quit. So we don't need to watch any of that. Tiger Jeet Singh wins that match. Yeah, big pussy. Moves on to the second round of the tournament. The next match, which is another barbed wire board and chain match, featured Terry Funk versus a guy by the name of Leatherface. And in case you're curious, I know you're a big horror fan from your earlier days, the dentist and whatnot, back on FearNet. So this Leatherface character was literally supposed to be the Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So it's a wrestling version of that. But it's a Canadian guy, and anytime he does an interview, he sounds super fucking Canadian. Like the most Canadian man that you've ever heard in your entire life. We'll probably get a chance to hear him in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a fun fact. So Leatherface, he comes to the ring. He's brandishing a chainsaw. He also has this... He's
brandishing a chainsaw.
So... Not
it's an undernote, that should be...
Well, it's Leatherface.
He just comes out with
Yeah, he's Texas Chainsaw Leatherface. So he's got
does he have to drop it before he gets into the ring?
So he uses it as a weapon. But here's the thing. So
It's a death match, right?
It's a death match. But here's the thing. So he's not completely insane. So his chainsaw has the motor, but it does not have a chain. So
Oh, come on.
So it's the blade
It's just
may
a
or
prop. Like,
well, I mean, you could like slap somebody with it and hurt them, but but you can't actually saw through another human being.
if someone came at me with a chainsaw and
Yeah.
they're like, it has no blade.
It has a blade, but it doesn't have a chain.
Okay.
So
What
the
is
blade's
that?
not
What
moving.
What are you fucking...
It's not move, but it makes the noise, so he can rev the engine on the chainsaw.
But they took the blade off. And
No,
the
they took the chain off.
But that's what holds the blades.
Well, the blades is intact within the mechanism of the chainsaw.
The blades are on the chain.
There's the blade. No, the chain is. Or wait, I don't know how the mechanic. There's a blade.
Why do you think a chainsaw fucking works, Eric?
I know how a chainsaw works. There's no chain.
Garage, Eric. Go get a chainsaw. Bring it back.
I have a sawzall, sir. And that
But
has
the blades
no chain.
so they have no chain on it, right?
Right.
So it just makes noise.
Yes.
That would still scare the shit out. I don't even trust it at like fairs. Like it's still like it's a worrisome. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He brings a chainsaw.
So he brings a chainsaw with no chain.
Yeah.
And he wears like a mask that's supposed to look like human skin. Basically looks like the Leatherface mask.
Leatherface,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just a fun fact that has no bearing on the tournament whatsoever, just so you know.
Well, he lost.
Well, he did lose. That's. I mean, that does have a bearing on it. But as far as a fun fact, he eventually formed a tag team with another guy that also wrestled as Leatherface. So, like, you have Leatherface 1, we'll just call him. He went to prison. And then another, and then they bring in another guy like, you're fucking Leatherface now. And then eventually the guy comes back from prison and he's like, hey, I'm back now.
He wasn't pissed. Like,
guess what their name was for their tag team? The Leatherfaces.
That's good. That's good. That's why I love this sport.
The greatest sport of all
That's
time.
why I keep coming back to this podcast.
For quality Leatherfaces content. Are you ready for the match? Do you have any questions about that before I show you some clips?
What, Leatherface?
Or Terry Funk, or their match.
I thought we weren't watching Terry Funk.
We're going to watch some clips.
No, we're not watching Tiger Jack, right?
Tiger Jeet Singh. No, we're not going to watch.
Okay, yeah,
well, we'll watch some highlights of stuff.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Again, these are things that so as I was watching the tournament, I was like, Ryan's probably going to be interested to see this. So I have a couple clips. Let's jump into our first match clip. All right. So again, this is a or actually, I don't think I said this before. It's a barbed wire board chain match. So there's wood boards that are covered in like spools of barbed wire.
Okay, yeah.
And there's also a chain it just that people could use.
Is this like regulated by I'm just like,
what do you mean? Like the FDA? What are you getting at?
Like, I don't know like who like handles these events, but this is like, this is fucking crazy. Like, right? Like,
yeah, it's insane.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I mean, but I'm not aware.
No, it's not regulated.
I'm not familiar with Japanese regulatory
Like, could
bodies.
you do this in Seattle? Could you just host a fucking death match at Safeco Field? Like, probably not, right? Like,
probably not at Safeco, but if in Seattle. So Washington State has had a little bit more strict, like every state has their own laws, oddly enough. So for a long time, professional wrestling was governed by the same bodies that boxing was.
What is that governed under? Like,
oh man, like a sporting commission.
Oh, okay.
Like there would be like sports commissions, and so it would be like regulated under that same thing. Vince McMahon, who we've talked about off and on, the head of the XFL until recently.
Again.
So one of the reasons that Vince McMahon is like so hated in professional wrestling is because he basically said pro wrestling's not real. So to have it governed under a body that also is governing professional boxing, which is a competitive sport, does not make any sense. This is entertainment. So he did that to specifically make sure that they weren't having to pay the governing bodies for these events. They were then looked at more as like a performance piece than a sporting contest.
Was it like a financial thing for him, or was it to get out of like having to like comply with like
both
sport, like
both, but mostly financial, because for every like event you were hosting, if it under the old rules, you would have to then pay that commission X amount of money.
Did that change like things like pretty quickly? Okay, yeah.
It did. Yeah. And so a lot of old timers were like pissed because it's like you're exposing the business. Everyone knows it's not real now. Yeah. But again, Vince looked at it as a solely financial thing, and like people knew, but they wanted to suspend their disbelief. Right. Okay. So that's kind of part of it. But for that same reason, I'm pretty sure.
But not in fucking Japan. Japan, they can just fucking do this shit. Like.
Well, in America, they can do this sort of shit too. And eventually, we'll see some U.S. style stuff. I know you have it in the back of your mind that you want to see some backyard shit. Eventually, we'll probably get there. Okay. But all right. Okay. So again, barbed wire board chain match. Just a little bit of that clip for you right here. So that's the barbed wire board.
It looks deathmatch as fuck. Like I mean.
So I think he's got the chain wrapped around.
Oh Jesus! This fucking guy. Yeah. Just gonna hit him. Oh no.
Like you can hear the women shrieking for Terry Funk.
I kind of like the prop now.
What, the chainsaw?
Yeah, I mean, just the way it sounds, it's just like
it sounds terrifying.
I'm surprised they like let it, but like it does. Like it's, but if you're just gonna like fucking let the thing roar and then just like hit him with it, fuck yeah, like deathmatch, like that's what you should do.
So with the clip that we just saw, we didn't provide a whole lot of narration. I apologize for it. Again, we're 3 or 4 tequilas deep at this point. But Terry Funk basically got kicked into the barbed wire board. He's just kind of laying there like, this sucks.
I didn't really notice is there like, I know that was when they were on the outside of the ring.
Terry was like kicked into it, and then he's like laying there for a bit, and he was tangled in barbed wire momentarily. And then when he got up, that's when the
chainsaw like came out. Yeah, I mean, you just like lose like.
So that's one clip, and there's only one other clip that I wanted to play you from this particular match. So again, they are, as we've talked about, at a baseball stadium, and so what? Yes, question.
Fans seem pretty into it too. Like,
yeah,
like there was a noticeable like.
Terry Funk is the most popular guy in this whole show, like, for sure. And, like, he was a legend in Japan. He was a huge star in the United States, but a legend. People fucking loved him in Japan.
I feel a little bit bad for, like, disrespecting him as, like, but he looked like a fucking, like, kind of a creepy, like, old, in that video.
Creepy?
He did. He had that creepy, like.
What, just because he's wearing a bandana?
It was a mustache, like, mostly.
He had a goatee.
I mean, but you barely see it. Like, it had that, like, creepy. But again,
did you not have a father in the 90s? Everyone had goatees back then, pal.
My dad has a goatee now, not back then. But like, so yeah, I just want to hone my like, comments back in. Like,
okay, thank you.
Yeah,
that's very big of you to pull those back. Appreciate.
Great guy, just looked like shit in that last.
He's going to look even more shitty as we go along.
Okay.
Trust me. But anyway, so again, baseball stadium. Keep that in mind. We're all familiar with, what do they call it? The little sort of gate fencing. I guess probably just a fence, right? That like for foul balls and shit like that to keep them from hitting people.
They don't have any.
Oh well, they do in Japan. Here you go.
They have net. You just climb it. Oh shit. Do you have a chain?
Yeah, that's a chain.
Jesus.
They're chaining Terry. Slamming his head in the top of the fence right now.
What? They want Terry to take this.
Yeah, no, they're super into Terry. Yes, everyone was chanting Terry just a few moments ago. So now Terry's wrapping the chain around Leatherface's head, and now I think he's going to attempt to strangle Leatherface from the top of the.
He's going to hang him, basically.
Yeah, he's basically going to hang him from the top of that foul ball cage.
Fucking deathmatch as fuck. Like, this is
like just the reaction from Terry, like climbing back down. 5 minutes. 5 minutes of the match has already had a chainsaw, barbed wire, and they've climbed up the side of the fucking thing.
It's fucking impressive how like you could hear the fan reaction to this. Like it's fucking loud.
You can hear the swore, is that a word? Swores of people. All right, so that is the match between Terry Funk and Leatherface. Other stuff happened, but we really don't need to watch those things. Basically, Terry wins. He moves on to the second round of the tournament. Now, for the sake of time and everyone's sanity, I think what I'm going to do for the Markomaniacs is just play some quick highlights to our reactions of some of the remaining matches. There's going to be some barbed wire, some beds of nails, some broken glass, you know, the old standbys, the usual. So we'll just play some of those now, and then we'll briefly reconvene before we watch the actual match that all this has been building to today. So let's go to those clips right now.
Yeah.
Ooh,
There
it is right there, right in the thumbtacks.
It's like a sandpit, like that they're in, or
Sandpit. It kind of does look like a sandpit.
oh,
So you can see, there you go, you can get a nice shot of all the ones in his shoulder right there.
Jesus Christ!
Again. Oh! Into the tacks! He fell into the tacks! Ryan's getting squeamish already.
Oh my God!
Oh fuck! Literally, it's people running for their lives as he's hitting them with a fencing saber. There you go. Here's some classic Japanese crowd brawling. Imagine paying for a seat and then it's just like, well, I don't know where the fuck I'm sitting anymore.
I just don't expect from Japan, like, you know, like there's such a classy, like, polite, like, audio, like, and now they're like, it seems like America, like some shitty fucking, like, backwoods, like. Good for them, though, getting in.
Good for them. Good for them.
Oh, yeah. That glass looks, like, big. The production on this is just fucking, like, perfect.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
He's rubbing his head on the nails. A piece of his bandage just got hung up on the nail.
Those aren't fucking nails, Eric.
So that's that barbed wire board. That's that red thing right there. Sometimes you gotta scream like people, like a pig.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's an interesting way. You don't, like, land him on it. You just put it on his back. Oh, okay, all right. Holy shit. Oh, my God.
It's like attached to
Oh,
him.
my God.
Oh. Cactus is throwing Shoji out of the ring. Shoji doesn't want to go out of the ring. Cactus is like, please exit the ring. I will kick you in the face until you
So
exit.
if you're out of the ring, then...
Oh! His elbow's stuck in the goddamn nails! His elbow's stuck in the goddamn nails! Look at that! Are you gonna say those aren't nails, Ryan?
No, I was looking...
Okay. So now Cactus is taking the bed of nails. Another delicate placement. What's Cactus gonna do now, Ryan?
Don't.
Oh! Ryan!
It's too much. Like, it's too real. Like,
So everybody just heard Ryan and I's reaction to the various matches within the King of the Deathmatch tournament. But the final match of that tournament, as noted a few times, is going to be between Terry Funk and Cactus Jack. And so this match is going to be a barbed wire rope, C4 explosive, exploding ring death match. Now going into our match today, Ryan's record is 18-17, so we're going to see how Ryan can do, but we'll go ahead. We'll give you our thoughts on that match after this very brief commercial break. Thanks, everybody. Hey, everybody, it's your pal Eric Donaldson back again with another podcast recommendation. I recently had the pleasure, the honor, the privilege of being a guest on the Christian Reeve podcast. And not only do we talk about the humble beginnings of this little program that you happen to be listening to right now, we also get into pro wrestling, both past and present, kind of our thoughts on AEW, WWE. I am put on the spot, and not only am asked who I think the best wrestler of all time is, but also who the worst, the most underrated. So check it out, Christian Reeves podcast. And not only can you find my bright and shining face, both in a YouTube version if you want to actually see me, which why wouldn't you? But he's also available Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you find the Hard Mark podcast. You can also find the Christian Reeve podcast. But if you're like, you know what, Eric, I hear enough of you, I don't need to hear more of you, which is weird. I don't know why you'd say that and then continue to listen to this, but that's neither here nor there. You can also listen to other various interviews. I would consider Christian to be the Johnny Carson of podcasts. Is that a step too far? Is that a bridge too far? I don't know, but I'm saying it right now. But Christian has interviewed singers, authors, advertising gurus, Twitch streamers, actors, comic book writers. You know of a thing? He's probably interviewed somebody who's done it. So check it out. Christian Reeve Podcast. I had a really, really great time talking with Christian. Not only did we get into beard care, we got into all of the other stuff about wrestling. So watch my episode, listen to my episode, watch one of the other episodes, listen to one of the other episodes, or many of the other episodes. Give it a follow. Give it your time. And that's it. So again, thank you very much, everybody. Episode 30, we made it. And make sure to check out the Christian Reeve Podcast wherever you find the Hard Mark Podcast. And with all that said, let's get back to the drunken debauchery of the Deathmatch episode 30. Thanks, everybody. Welcome back, everyone. We just watched the match. I picked up. So okay. To set the stage.
It's been a lot.
We've gone 3/4 of a way through a bottle of tequila together. We are working on a tall boy of Budweiser. We'll see. Maybe we'll have more Budweiser. I don't know. This is just friends having fun together. I picked up Ryan from his home because I was like, you know what? I can save him some cash. You're responsible. You're a responsible young man. You were going to Uber to my home and Uber back
tonight. Yeah.
I didn't want you to spend extra money, so I agreed to pick you up, and then you would just Uber back to your home from my house, saving you half of that.
In fact, you offered.
I did.
Not even agreed.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just a neighborly podcast.
Even though we're not neighbors by.
Right. We're not neighbors, but it was a neighborly thing to do.
Yeah.
To pick you up, to save you that Uber ride over to my home. It was
neighborly. Like, I'm not.
Yeah. It was 23 minutes from my home to your home today.
Okay. That's shorter than it usually is. It's like a fucking hour. Like.
Well, usually once it was. It was. But still, nonetheless. But anyway, Ryan got into my car, and so I'm driving to his home. And so I had my wife with me. So my wife is in the passenger side seat of the car. Ryan, when he first gets into the car, is sitting directly behind me. And I didn't tell Ryan this. This is new information for Ryan that I'm disclosing to him right now while we're recording on the podcast. I could feel his knees in my back. And his knees were moving the entire time I was driving from our first destination to our second destination.
My knees are moving right now.
I feel like. Do you have restless leg syndrome? Have you been diagnosed with this before?
I'm one of the kids like in elementary school where they like I've always been so like incredibly like fidgety. Like I'm very like ADHD. I think is so. I mean, I'm
not a doctor, but I mean, if you have you been diagnosed with this?
Oh yeah.
You have?
As a kid, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of feel bad for making fun of your fidgeting now.
It's okay. Like it's not something. I don't know why I do it. Like, but like I cannot stop like fucking with shit. I'm
looking at your feet and knees right now, and they're constant. It's just constant.
So what
motion.
they would do, like one of the things that they had was like you sit on a ball. As a kid, right? Like those, like
an exercise, like an exercise balance ball, right?
It didn't work for. I fucking hated it. Like I just immediately went back to like a chair.
Sure, you're right.
But that was it. Like it didn't really like interrupt like things aside from like me fidgeting.
Yeah,
and also not like doing my homework, like. But mostly like it's just like, and it's also been like as you know, like hand gestures and like stuff I can't control. Like
you slap the table a lot. I mean, not while we're recording. I will say to your credit, you have gotten better at these things. I think you're more cognizant of them now than you were 30 episodes ago.
So it's like the same. Like Greta will point shit out to me like that I'm doing. That's like, what the fuck are you doing this? Like,
sure, right.
And like the same thing when I come over here. Like it's like like I notice like I'm doing things that are like fucking with the mic. Or I notice I'm like breathing into it, or like I'm doing shit that's like sounds weird,
right?
And like now I can like kind of hear it,
So
but like at the same time, there's like probably a million things I'm doing that I don't realize that I'm doing. So,
sure, Have you taken any positives from this experience of doing 30 episodes of this podcast? Can you like point back to your experience doing these things? Be like, you know what? I've gained X. Has this positively impacted your life in any way, Ryan? Would you say?
That's a tough question. Like,
okay.
I don't know. Like, I mean, like, I think there probably could be if I like went back and like really listened to this, and like was willing to learn from how I've acted and like
willing to learn.
Like, I haven't like I have a really tough time like going back and like listening to myself. I still do,
right?
And so like I feel like if I took that opportunity to like listen, I'd probably learn a couple of things.
Yeah. I mean, if only you weren't working full time, or
I'm not.
You had all this free time that you could be.
Yeah. Now you're saying, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if only that was the case, and then you could,
I thought you were saying something nice about me, like how I was doing a bunch of stuff and like I couldn't get around to it. Like,
well, I was saying something nice that I think you've made improvements, but then I was talking shit about you afterwards.
I mean, I could. I just I struggle with that.
But I do think that you've made positive momentum in that direction. I think
I've just learned to live with it. Like I've learned to live with this, like fucking flinging my hands. Like people love it. Like, I've worked,
people love it.
They're like, oh, like, okay, I know this guy's going to be enthusiastic about even the most mundane, like subject, like,
right.
He's going to really bring it. Like
he really is. That's what people say about you. The two things that people say about Ryan. One, man, he was sexy from kindergarten to third grade. They say that about him all the time. They say his hand gestures really make me think that he's very enthusiastic about what I'm saying. Yeah,
exactly.
And like his method of killing a man by throwing them off his boat, fucking foolproof. There's no holes in that whatsoever. So I mean, there's a lot of good things to say about
the resources I have. Yeah, I think that
you got to use the resources. You got to use them. Yeah. Should we talk about our match?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what came here.
So Ryan, and I don't think there's some matches where Ryan loses where he's a little bit more bitter and he tends to blame me and he says that I talked him out of what his original pick was. Just so everyone's aware, Ryan did lose this match. I don't think there's any bitterness towards me in this particular case. I think I was very fair about.
I think this was one of the most like fairly explained matches that I've had like in this entire podcast. I don't think you could have like more fairly described and brought me up to this match. So
I'm going to take that as a very high compliment because this is episode 30. I took this very seriously in terms of like, what does Ryan need to know about the match that we're going to be watching? And obviously, as you can probably tell by the running time of this episode, it's a long one, but I felt like if you just watch this match in a bubble, it's not really doing a fair service to what these men put their bodies through leading up to this actual match. So while it felt, you could make the case like, oh, it's somewhat masturbatory that we watch all these clips. I think it's important to understand what happened leading up to that final match to really kind of grasp the severity of what these men had put their bodies through.
I would not have gotten the same like impression of this match for sure, 100%. Like if I had not like watched the lead up to this, so just
But Ryan predicted that Terry Funk was going to win, which I mean was a very fair prediction. Cactus Jack ended up winning that match. And so let's kind of get into the notes around what happened in that match. So we watched the Terry Funk and the Cactus Jack promos. So you could kind of tell, like, we're not going to do this, but like if you were to like compare the beginning promos that we watched to the end promos, like where they're like bleeding out of their faces and they're just exhausted and sweaty and stained with dirt, it would be a pretty jarring comparison between those two visuals, I think.
Was there? I don't recall their like beginning faces. That might be an because they were fucked up at the end of this.
Right, like creepy Van Terry Funk was your initial impression, but then by the end, he's like two down.
That could have been like 2 days before the match, so like that could be just what you like looks like all the time, like.
But we watched those promos, and so Terry was very excited, but he was bleeding everywhere. Cactus Jack also bleeding everywhere.
Cactus Jack was way worse.
At the end of the match, he was.
Yeah.
Leading into the match, I think Terry was actually.
Terry had like a patch on his
he basically had like a piece of fabric just tied around his entire head.
Was it around his eye or was it around his head?
It was around his head, but also had me covering his eye.
Yeah, it was like an eye patch.
So it was like an old cool Chinese eye patch thing that Yahoo Dune, which only one person that's listening to this fucking podcast is going to understand the reference to. Hi, Devin. But Yahoo Dune sort of style eye patch that was happening for Terry Funk. That was pretty cool. But the start of the match, so you have Terry Funk. Like, this is the third match. They've put themselves through literal hell by this point in time. How do you start a match like this? Throw some jabs. So you had Terry Funk just jabbing at Cactus. Mm-hmm. Eventually they lock up. They tease, and I remember we talked about this a little bit. So Cactus throws Terry Funk towards the barbed wire. Terry Funk puts the brakes on, points to the head. You're not gonna fucking get me that easy, Cactus.
It was nice move. Like, nice little, let's see that. I'm using my fucking brain. You can't just get me to react like I
right. Yeah. And the crowd reaction for that, just like one little bit. Because they're
fucking smart in Japan. Like, they fucking know. Like,
they are smart. They're much smarter than us. We have a couple of we actually had some wrestling moves. So a neck breaker from Terry Funk. Terry tries to throw Cactus Jack into the barbed wire. Cactus baseball slides under the wire and goes outside of the ring. Eventually he makes his way back in, and then he starts scraping Terry Funk's head against the barbed wire, which I think my wife, this is the first time that Heather has ever actually shown up for a portion of any match. She made it about 2.5 minutes before she's like, nope,
I'm a little surprised. Like, I feel like she can handle like her shit in like a wrestling like type of like match environment. Like that wasn't like that. There was worse parts. Maybe she walked in at like a bad moment, but like there was some like nasty shit that went on there, and like
it got way worse than that one bit. But so she's used to like normal wrestling stuff. But she's not used to like barbed wire.
It's fair. Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think Terry Funk's head being scraped against the barbed wire. She's like, nope. From there, we saw Cactus go ass first. In fact, I think Heather was around for that. Cactus goes ass first into the barbed wire, and then Terry Funk gets punched into one of the exploding boards. Your thoughts on the exploding boards, Ryan? Saw a couple of those. It's hard to gauge. Like, you saw stuff get set on fire within the board. So, like, clearly it's like a legitimate explosion, but it's hard to, like...
It wasn't very good. Like, I mean, and like, honestly, like, I think if people are coming into that match, like, prepping for like, like fireworks or, like, they would have been disappointed. And so I'm glad you like had like, cause I would have been fucking like, set the ring on fire, like, like I thought, what the fuck? It was like a smoke display, like, pretty much.
So the thing about the fire, like, I found as I was watching, me personally, you see like these explosions go up after they're hitting these barbed wire boards, and it's hard to sort of like, with barbed wire, you can see it catching on their skin, and you immediately are like, oh shit, that fucking sucks. You see this plume of smoke come up when they hit the barbed wire, and like that doesn't register quite as... Like, it's hard to, like, think of what that would feel like in the moment. Now, having read some of their books after the fact, I know, like, in particular, Cactus Jack, his arm was burned significantly off of one of those boards. Like, one didn't
in that match?
In that match. So, in the first match, there was one where he basically talks about it, like, how he got hip-tossed onto one of the boards, and then he rolled through the explosion. So, it's basically like, he made contact, he rolled away, and then, like, in that split second, the explosion went off. He's like, oh, that's not so bad. And so, like, that can be a possibility of what happens there. The other possibility is, and I think this is what happened when he get backdropped into the board a little bit later, he got, like, first or second degree burns on his arm, and his arm, by the time he was flying back home to Atlanta, his arm was totally brown. To the point where, not spoiler alert, when he got upgraded to a first class seat. And you know how first-class seat people can be, potentially. He was there. His entire arm was brown. The woman who had paid for a first-class seat voluntarily moved to coach class because she did not want to be near him anymore.
I mean, you think it was because he was him or because he was...
I think it was a combination of the fact... So he had stayed the night in the hospital as both men had, Terry Funk and Cactus Jack. I think he had blood flakes in his hair.
Right.
I think his arm was brown. She was like, I'm not interested.
I'm not sure I would be interested in sitting next to him either. Like, to be fair,
like that's like a 10-hour flight.
Or like, you could, like, it might be a really interesting, like, chat with the guy. It depends on who you are.
I mean, if it was me,
yeah,
I'd
I think
be like,
you would be.
What the fuck happened to you, pal? Like,
probably be really into that. Like,
but I could see some middle-aged woman just being like, I'm not interested in being here at all. And that's basically what happened. So, let's see. Terry gets punched into the barbed wire exploding board. Terry goes back to getting his face raked. That's where Heather exited. That barbed wire looked fucking brutal. Like, I've seen normal barbed wire where it's just kind of like tied up into a knot and then you have 2 points sticking out. This looked worse. So
here's my thing with the barbed wire. Like it was fine. Like it was fine. You don't want to get like, they had so much barbed wire around that thing. It was fucking nasty, and it was like impressive amount of barbed wire. Like,
sure,
but it did, like, to me, like, barbed wire always is like rusty, nasty shit. And obviously they weren't gonna do that. But like, this was like clean, fucking like brand new barbed wire there.
Sure,
so it didn't look that nasty. But like, It definitely looked like they were tangled up in it. Like,
it had more spikes than I would normally associate.
Yeah, like there was no doubt about that. It didn't look. It just, like, when I think of barbed wire, I think of like rusty, nasty, fucking shitty barbed wire. Like you know, back in Snohomish. Like,
if I there it is again. I would personally rather take a rusty Snohomish barbed wire. Like, if I had to run into barbed wire, I would do that over like this shit looked like it would just tear you up.
Yeah, but like the difference would be like, one, you're gonna have to go like immediately to the doctor's office to get some shots. The other one you could probably walk away from with just some cuts.
I don't know. I see. That's where I disagree, because I think you're right about the shots. Because I think with Snohomish barbed wire, I could just get a tetanus shot and I'd more or less be fine.
Yeah.
This shit was going in all sorts of direction. It was like a fucked up Star of David, like every 5 inches, and it was just ridiculous looking. Yeah. Like, I saw that. I was like, if I saw barbed wire like that anywhere that I went, I'd be like, fuck that. Yeah. Not interested.
It did not look like fun. Like, don't get, it was not like something you, but like, sure. That was but yes, it was nasty fucking barbed wire to get tangled up in for sure.
So Cactus Jack gets Irish whipped. That's actually the name of that word. Irish whipped into the barbed wire. Cactus Jack then gets hip tossed into the exploding board, which, again, he didn't actually feel anything on that one. We saw a couple of pile drivers. I know you were kind of like, man, the pile drivers in this particular match. Let's see here. Cactus, man, there was a couple points where Cactus Jack goes head first into the wire. There was one particular moment where I could see his hair was tied up, and then as he pulled his head out, his hair was still just dangling from the barbed wire.
That's on him. That's on him. Like, yeah, either leave the hair and like take that risk, or like cut it off.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Eventually, they go outside. Terry threw one of the barbed wire boards out at Cactus out of the ring. It actually hit him, that may have been the most impressive athletic feat of the entire match. Eventually, Terry Funk goes down, elbow drop from Cactus Jack onto a barbed wire board, onto Terry Funk. Then they brawl into the crowd a little bit. We saw that spinning toe hold, which everyone gives a shit about in Japan. Nobody gives a shit about it in the United States. That's Tiger Jeet Singh's cue to interfere, and he like hits. It was that stupid pussy ass fucking sword handle to the throat offense from Tiger Jeet Singh.
Yeah, yeah.
This fucking.
It was kind of like it was like. He could have used another tool. Like, if you're going to use a sword, don't use, like, the handle of it. Like, use something else.
See, that's the same problem that I've always had with Ninja Turtles. So, Leonardo would never just cut fools up with his fucking sword. He would just, like, do fancy moves. And just, like, if you're going to have a sword, use a goddamn sword.
Or use, like, fuck him up with something that's not, like, less than lethal. Like,
yeah.
Right?
Or use a different fucking weapon.
Yeah,
if you're not willing to stab someone with your goddamn sword. Yeah. That's my opinion on that. Let's see. And so right when Tiger Jeet Singh shows up, that's when they both kind of whip Terry Funk into the exploding board. I think that's the one that fucked Terry up real bad. Was when he got thrown into it. Cactus Jack tried to cover Terry Funk a couple times as the alarm starts going down for the 10-minute countdown. Cactus Jack bails out of the ring as the ring is ready to explode. And then, as we talked about, little baby explosion that really didn't do anything.
Yeah.
That was several $1,000s, supposedly.
Yeah, I mean, that was even, like, if I've been, like, prepped for that, like, that was very disappointing. Again, it was just, like, smoke. Like, they could have just, like, done, like, smoke thing, you know.
So, apparently they tested it before the actual match started, and it was super impressive. Like it was a ton of heat, just this huge roar that would echo throughout the entire stadium. So
it would echo with no one in there. It's shocking. Like,
yeah,
you know,
but in Cactus's book, he's basically talking about how the fact, like, he saw that and he was like, I think that's a bad idea for someone to be in that ring while that fucking explosion goes off. But then, as we saw in the real match, just a little pee, and that was it.
When we were kids, I used to, like, we had, like, a smoke thing that you could blow up, like, in your room. It just put out smoke, and you could do, like, a strobe light with it.
What?
I'm not fucking, like, this.
What are you talking about?
Like,
it would just smoke.
It would just blow out. It probably not smoke. Like
dry ice
droplets, like water. Like,
okay.
But, like, you know, it looked like smoke, and you just. I mean, that's what it fucking looked like. It was just like, it was such. There was no explosion. Like,
yeah,
it just kind of like.
Well, there was a tiny explosion.
No, it's tiny. Like, you couldn't even tell. Like,
yeah,
what? Like, they should have just gotten rid. They should have scrapped that from the entire fucking match. Like,
they should have. Yeah,
absolutely. Like, yeah.
But when we were talking about it, actually, when we were watching the match, I've seen matches where supposedly it worked as intended. Still not impressive. Like, it's just a bad. The whole time bomb aspect is just stupid, in my opinion, from anything I've seen. Again, if anyone has any examples where it's like a really good use of the time bomb thing, I'm very curious to see it. But
so a time bomb thing is a thing, like
yes, I've seen. Now, granted, I'm
in
not
wrestling specifically.
I've only seen 2 examples of it. One was the match that we just saw, and then a second one was, I think, a match that happened before that, where they clearly edited the video to make it like in slow motion, but I was still not impressed by what I saw. It was still the same idea where it's like these barrels on the outside of the ring go off, and it's like, well, how does that affect someone who's in the middle of the ring? I get it would be hot, but like beyond that,
why would it even be hot? Like, it doesn't even look hot. It doesn't even look hot.
I
like,
mean, explosions create heat, right?
Yeah, but like from that explosion, like, and then they like blew over anyway. Went right back to the match. Like,
yeah. And that was the poor execution of that. But even in like the quote unquote good execution, I was not super impressed. But anyway. So then you could even see after the pussy ass explosion happened, Terry Funk has his arms out like that wasn't what that was supposed to be.
I didn't really take that from that like moment though. You kept saying that during the match. I just thought he was like bring it, bitch. Like, I don't know what I didn't feel like he was like I don't know what he was doing.
He had his no. Okay, you're wrong. Your interpretation is wrong, but I appreciate you attempting.
I don't understand. Yeah, go ahead.
The baby explosion happened, and I think so. This is my interpretation of what was going on there.
Wait, so no, go ahead.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think the idea was that Terry Funk would be in the middle of the ring when all the explosion happened. It would be so impressive that it'd be like, well, he's fucking dead. And then Cactus would roll in and pin him. That was the intended idea of the finish of that match. And so then he gets up and he's just like, well, I can't fucking sell that. That, like, if I got pinned after that, I would be a huge pussy. So it's just like, what the fuck? And so then he has his arms out. He's looking at the crowd like, that was bullshit, huh? And then that's when Cactus rolled in and they had to do all the shit with the ladder. That was my interpretation of that.
It's probably like it's probably a better interpretation than I have, but like, I don't like, it just wasn't like, what was the explosion? It was like, okay, like, let's fucking move on with this match. But like, I don't know.
He was impressed. So based on he's another autobiography that I have. I think he was expecting it to be a larger explosion, and it was not.
So he had to all of a sudden, like,
they both had to improvise, and figure out like, okay, how do we end this now that explosion sucked?
I mean, the fucking ladder, great fucking call. Like, I always like a ladder in my matches, but
yeah, as we've established, number one on the list. So Cactus runs back in. So at that point, that's when he gets the suplex where Cactus gets the huge burn all over his arm, which again, we don't see during the match, but we hear, I've read about after the fact. Then they grab the ladder. Terry gets hit in the head. Cactus did that same suplex using the ladder that we saw with the barbed wire board a little bit earlier in the tournament. And then this is the point where you see Cactus sort of climbing the ladder, and you described his face as glistening, if I'm not mistaken.
Twice.
Yes.
I think twice he got up there with
Have you ever seen a human being bleed that much?
It's like it's like red glitter all over his face. Like
it was,
yeah,
and it came out of seemingly nowhere.
He didn't look as like it looked like they propped that up a little bit. Like I have no idea, but he didn't look as bloody as when he was on top of the ladder as when he was like off at the end.
I don't think they propped up. I mean, because how you saw the production value.
It was. No, exactly. But it was like it was perfect. He really was like glistening, like up there. Like you could see the lights reflecting off his fucking face with all the blood on it.
You made the comment. I think this was the perfect explanation. You made the comment. It looks like someone has taken his face off. Someone ripped his entire skin, degloved his face.
Yeah.
And like that's what
because the whole thing was, but his whole face was just like it. I mean, there was no like part of his face that was not like covered in blood, like.
And so there was 2 times that he went up the ladder. The first time he climbed up, he didn't climb up the entire way because he's a big boy, but he climbed up most of the way and he hit a big elbow drop. Terry Funk kicks out. You still had a little bit of hope. Then he climbs up the second time. Terry Funk is exhausted, but he pushes the ladder over. Yep. Cactus goes like, I don't know, armpit first into the barbed wire.
He was done. He was fucking done.
He
should not like what the fuck.
Yeah.
This was like
But so Terry Funk, basically it was Terry Funk's last gasp of energy. He shoves this ladder over, and then you're expecting like, oh, he shoved the ladder over, he's gonna pin the guy. But I think at that point Terry Funk was just like, you know what? I don't have any more. I'm done with this. And he basically just laid down after shoving the ladder over, and after getting pushed into the barbed wire, Cactus Jack is like, I'm just gonna pin.
Yeah, it wasn't like a great like pin or anything. Like he just kind of like walked over and yeah.
So it was simultaneously, and this is another thing that I mentioned to Ryan when we were watching the match, it was simultaneously like the weirdest ending that we've maybe ever seen, but also the most relatable in terms of like Terry Funk just be like, fuck this, just fucking pin me. I need to go to the hospital. I'm over this right now.
Yeah, which like that means something. Like that means that you fucking dealt with a day of fucking real fucking wrestling shit. Like you're fucking done. Like
yeah.
That was interesting ending. I accept it.
So as far as the end of the match, so again, Ryan did predict that Terry was going to win. Cactus Jack was the winner. That puts Ryan at an 18-18 record. As we stand right now, for our, I guess that if you put 18 and 18 together, 36 of our run so far. So Terry Funk was sent to the hospital. We actually saw at the very tail end of the episode match. So Cactus was trying to like bring Terry back in, and Terry's like, "Get the fuck away from me!" Very quietly under his breath, like I need to leave. And they filmed him exiting the stadium and getting loaded directly into an ambulance, and that was how the actual thing ended.
The weird looking, like it's like fuselage type of like fucking thing. Like it's such a weird like I mean they even like put it down like in a way that was like
it was weird.
Yeah,
it was like a space shuttle. Yeah. So, okay. And this was a question you asked me, and I specifically said, like, we should wait until we're actually, recording to talk about this. So, Terry Funk was sent to the hospital after the match. Like, that ambulance thing was 100% legitimate. Like, they took him to the hospital. Cactus Jack walked there after doing that little press conference thing that we saw. So, like, all the press and all this, medical personnel had already fucking left. So, he's just like, I'll walk to the hospital from here. So, that's what happened there. In all, Cactus received 7 stitches in his hand from, holding on a barbed wire and shit like that. 9 stitches in his eyebrow from getting punched by Terry Gordy in the first match, 11 stitches in his scalp, which I'm not sure what that would have been from specifically, but probably barbed wire or nails or something like that, and then 14 behind his ear.
So in a normal match, would you say like people walk out with stitches occasionally?
Very occasionally. Almost
rarely?
Never.
Like
rarely.
Okay, so yeah, so it's a lot of fucking stitches to walk out.
I mean, that's, let's see, 20, 27 plus 14, 41 stitches.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. So 41. No, it's rare.
Yeah,
It's not unheard of, but like there's weekly television shows of professional wrestling. And in the vast majority of those, no one gets stitches at any point. So yes, it's very rare. And so that's what happened there. You asked me about money. And so this is the last sort of major point that I have before we get to the science here today. You asked me how much they got paid. I don't know how much Terry Funk almost certainly was paid more than Cactus Jack. Just because he was a higher name. He was a bigger deal in the world of pro wrestling. So Cactus Jack, I do have the amount that he was actually paid for this match.
Yeah.
Do you have a guess? For the night, let's say, so for the entire event, how much would you estimate?
I just
and you can
here's the thing, I just think I feel like for the amount of pain that they went through.
And you can give me the amount that you think he should have been paid and what the amount you actually believe he was
tough.
paid.
I feel like I'd be so fucking far off. Like
whatever.
I feel like 750,000 would be like,
so nearly $1 million. Is that your guess of what you think he was paid, or what he should have been paid?
They were paid by like the association, not like
the company,
regardless
IWA.
of where they are, right? Like they're paid like just like
sure. And I have the American amount, so we don't have to translate.
Right? No, I'm not. I'm just wondering, like, they're not okay. So
there were a lot of people in that stadium, as we saw. That was a pretty. I mean, it's not a Safeco field situation.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like a big like American like televised event. So I would think that would. But I don't know how much. So like, I'll just go 750 like on both. I don't know, like 750.
750,000.
Am I like way fucking high?
So Cactus Jack was paid $300 for that show.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He was paid $100 per match, basically.
How is that fucking possible? Like I would not do. I as a person would not do that short of like a couple hundred. I mean, I wouldn't even take 750. But a couple hundred. And these guys have been. They're pro wrestlers, and that is very fucking painful shit. Like,
yeah,
look at them.
Yeah, he was, as you said, glistening.
So
$300.
So if they weren't paid a lot, obviously there was something like this promoted them, like, presumably in the future to like.
Sure.
Is that the case? Like, do they?
I mean, yeah, Cactus Jack made his. I think that Cactus, he gained a shitload of notoriety from this tournament, from this video.
I have no idea how much these guys make. I actually, might be like a discussion for another podcast. Like, so what would like what does a Hulk Hogan make in a match?
Oh God! See, I mean, let's not
Hulk
use that
Hogan, like a big fucking.
Let's say John Cena.
Sure, yeah, John Cena.
Something a little bit more like in 2021 terms. That sort of thing.
John Cena.
So like someone who's like performing at like say WrestleMania, for example, like the biggest show of the year for the WWE. Yeah. Like they will very easily make over $1 million for that one match. But that's not necessarily commonplace. Like that's one show.
So big names and big events can make like over $1 million.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like a few million.
No, I don't think over
one or two, like
one-ish.
Okay, so 750's high.
750's on the high side.
Okay,
yeah.
so 300 seems extremely fucking low.
Yes,
like I would, if I was wrong, I was gonna think like on the lower end, but like maybe like 100,000, like
right, but not
$300.
He did get a bonus. If that makes you feel any better.
How did they pay for the fucking plane trip over there? Like,
well, I mean, he didn't have to pay for himself, so they covered the plane.
They flew him
trip.
over there and then paid him $300
for that one show. But he also wrestled other shows where he was also paid, a couple $100.
Yeah, well, shows. I mean, obviously, like,
he got a bonus though, Ryan.
450.
You're close. A can of Coca-Cola.
Okay.
He went up to the promoter of the show.
Was it real Coca-Cola? Like,
so he went up to the promoter of the show It's like, oh, pretty good turnout for the show today. Whatever, San. And the promoter was like, oh yes, very, very good turnout. And Cactus is like, oh, how about a bonus? It's like, ha 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 ha. Bonus? You want bonus? And then he puts a quarter or whatever the Japanese equivalent of a quarter is in the vending machine he was at. Pulls out a Coca-Cola. Here, a bonus, and gives him the Coca-Cola, and that was his bonus for the show. So to be fair, to correct myself from earlier, $300,
25 cents,
and a Coca-Cola.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah.
Any curiosity on what his budget for food was? So, like, generally, when you go to Japan, you don't just wrestle a show. You do like a tour where it's like a couple weeks. Do you have an estimate on what
you said? You said that he was on the lower end of like getting paid.
Yes, I believe so. That would be Cactus Jack, I believe, was on the lower end getting paid. Terry Funk would have been on the higher
what
end.
Would
I don't know what
Terry... I mean...
He had to be making, like... Probably not nearly as much as what you said. He was not making $1 million per show, but he was probably making, like, a couple grand.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
This does not seem, like, lucrative. Were they making money, like were they making money off ads, or like where the fuck was their money coming from?
Well, I mean, if you're a wrestler, especially back in the 90s, your goal was to like get seen by bigger companies, and so you wanted to have more notoriety, and so like maybe the WWE or something like that.
So how much would a WWE match pay? Like
that's hard to say because like average, WrestleMania on average,
yeah, like was like.
See, I don't know that I'm necessarily qualified to answer that question.
Maybe next. But this seems like such a fucking like.
The WWE would never, ever, ever do anything like this.
Yeah, right.
For the record,
right. Which fuck them for that. That was a great show. Like,
which fuck them for that. Yeah,
but like. I'm just like, if that's their like stance is like, I'm going to do this to like build up to like this point in my career where I'm like wrestling for this entity. Like,
sure.
The
biggest
how much
company.
Are they fucking making in that? Are they becoming like,
millionaires?
Are they?
If you're at the top of this profession, yes.
Which would be the first like top 10 in the WWE? Like,
that's not unfair to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not everybody's like by no means is everyone a millionaire in the WWE.
Yeah.
Like,
right? I assume not. Like,
eventually, so just to set your mind at ease, because I can tell you're concerned. Cactus Jack did eventually. I think that he was probably making, if not close to, roughly around $1 million a year in WWE. He got there.
He could.
And I think
he went through a lot. Like I saw that today. Like
he made it eventually. And we'll go through his story as we go here through the Hard Mark podcast here today. But he eventually got there. But there's a lot of guys that don't, like Al Snow, who we saw in the Kennel from Hell match in episode 29 last time. Probably not somebody who cleared $1 million. Probably not somebody who cleared. He was probably making the six figures, but
that's not even that bad. I mean, he was not like a. I'm not as concerned about him like as I am about someone who fucking did this shit like out here. Yeah,
so. But it also happens like there's a lot of other factors that go into play, like what time period were you wrestling in, like that sort of thing, and so, like what were your merchandise sales, that sort of thing.
But I'm just saying, like. And we can move past this, but like I'm just saying, like $300 is like what, like $3,000 today. Like in that, like that would be like getting off for $300 in 1995 for what you did there would be getting off like $3,000 like today, like right. Like
I think that you're even overestimating that.
I'm not talking about just inflation. I'm just talking about like what it's actually worth. Like
sure,
like $3,000 would be like shit. You did all that for $3,000. Like 95, it might be. It's fucking crazy. Like,
it wasn't even that drastic of a change. I mean, like,
it was fucking crazy, dude. Like, how the fuck do you go get thrown around in that kind of like environment? And like, you're just like, oh, $300 is fine. Like, I accept that. Like,
I was leading you to this point. I'll just hit you with it.
Yeah.
He budgeted himself $15 a day for food.
God,
in Japan.
You've been there. Is that like?
I mean, you can do it if you go to like 7-Elevens and stuff.
You shouldn't have to. If you're doing that for $300, you should not be budging yourself. You should eat like a fucking king out there. Like, Jesus Christ, you should have the organization pay for everything. Like,
there's actually there is a whole weird subset of like sponsors and stuff and Yakuza influence in wrestling, but we can talk about that later. Why am I handing you the whiteboard?
Yeah,
you don't need this.
Hand it to me. I'll just take it. Let me put.
I mean, you can take it.
Let me write down what I think about this fucking match.
Okay, so I mean, what
There's
are you
no
doing?
Pen. Oh, it's right here.
So okay, where is this? Do you need the list? You probably need the list.
I have an idea.
Well, we should hold on. No, I'm sick of this. Oh, I have a number in my brain, and I want to put the number. Like, we need to. It's a comparison and contrasting thing.
I have an idea.
Okay, what is your idea? Top end, middle end, probably not lower end.
No, it's very good. Like, I respect the fucking shit out of this match. Like, I feel like this is the kind of shit when people talk about wrestling, especially as like a kid, they feel like they're seeing. Mm-hmm. They're seeing like people like get like thrown into exactly. Like it's like this is what like I feel like when you're like 5 or 6 or like 10 or what, and you're watching a wrestling match, you feel like these guys are really getting thrown into.
You did make the comment while we were watching it that and one of the common complaints that you've always had of wrestling is like when the guys are laying there dead, you're just like, he's not really hurt that bad. But when you were seeing them laying there bleeding just buckets out of their head, you were just like, I believe that they are actually that hurt.
Yeah, I absolutely believe these guys went through a lot to like complete that match. I'm thinking like 1 through 10.
Okay.
Like it's in there.
That's a wide range.
Yeah. Like it's definitely 3 through 10 for sure. It's not 1 or 2.
Okay.
So just to give you a range.
3 through 10.
It's not, it's
okay.
It would be 3 through 10 where it's probably like 5 through 10.
The more we talk about this,
it was a really good match. And
let's start with 5. Start with 5.
Okay, let's start with 5.
Number 5 is Chris Champion versus Don Valentine. This needs to be higher than Chris Champion versus Don Valentine.
So it could, so I could be right.
Huh?
So if I push this to 5, that'll push them out.
It has to be above that.
So it has to be 5.
Yes. I mean, now that I'm looking at this fucking list, Chris Champion versus Don Valentine cannot be in the top 5. This needs to bump that. After what we saw here today, after both of those men gave their lives, their blood, their sweat and their tears, this cannot be below Chris Champion versus Don Valentine from episode 20. With their fucking Karate Kid kick and the fact that Don Valentine couldn't fucking bump, you could bump better than Don Valentine. You could fall for those hits better than Don Valentine could. And if that's the case, it cannot be above this match. That's just my opinion. What are you writing? You're writing a fucking novel over there. What's happening?
It's formula.
Okay. Do you need to know anything else?
I think so. This match could go like, I think it's actually like a pretty fair point to put it. Would be like 5-ish.
Okay.
So
and for comparison, let's see what number 4 is. Just Taz or Bam Bam Bigelow. The ring caved in when they went through.
That's the one I watched again, right? Like,
yeah, you rewatched it.
That wasn't a good match when I rewatched it. If I recall correctly.
You liked it a lot more when you rewatched it than when you watched it initially. You really
Why
didn't
did it rate so high then initially?
Because of the ring thing and because Taz threw Bam Bam out into the crowd.
We sort of liked it a lot more when I watched it the second time.
So
I thought you.
Can I be honest?
Did you send that one to me?
Can I be honest?
I watched it again. Yeah.
No, we watched it together here at my home.
Okay. No, I mean
the reason you liked it so much is because I was just like, you really didn't like that match the first time, and you were just being obstinate and a dick, and you were just like, "See, Eric, I really like this match a lot." Like you didn't actually like it; you just liked it to spite me. Essentially, is what was happening.
Let's go number 5. I think it's a good point for it. Let's go number 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah, I think it's good. Good spot.
Write that somewhere on there if you haven't already. We've ranked it. It's number 5.
You just jumping right at Eric's wisdom tree.
We don't have any. Well, what expectation do we have of people's time?
I mean, I feel like you're gonna be able to cut a lot of this shit out. Like
I am, but still, even with all this shit cut out, like there's a lot.
You have to watch this entire episode again.
Yeah.
When do you like find the time to do this? Like,
Weekends? I don't know. Like sometimes I cut it over the course of several weekdays, but it's fucking hard. Like
I imagined. Yeah, I'm impressed by.
It only took 30 episodes for me to be impressed, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I really don't have time to figure out an important one.
Eric's wisdom tree.
If you're going to do it, you got to do it right. So it's time, everybody, for everyone's favorite segment. It's much better than Ryan's Corner. Everybody knows it as Eric's wisdom tree. I've been sitting on this one for a while. I haven't tried it. Mm-hmm. If a phrase rhymes, Ryan, mm-hmm. It's right all the time. He who smelt it dealt it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't.
He who denied it supplied it. Okay. If a phrase rhymes, it is right all the time.
I was gonna agree with you, but you're getting a little tacky. But yes, I do like. Like, do you have any other examples?
I don't.
You just had those two, and you thought we would just roll.
If a phrase rhymes, it's right all the time. That rhymes.
No, it doesn't rhyme.
Yeah, it does.
No. Rhymes times.
If a phrase rhymes, it's right all the times.
You have to throw a plural times in there.
Oh, yeah, Ryan, fucking Tequila Ryan's all about fucking how words work.
I
have to pee so bad.
I know a little bit about hip hop.
I'm like pinching my dick off right now. Do you have anything important to say?
No.
Episode 30, everybody. Thank you very much for taking the time to download, stream, etc. I'm literally pinching the tip of my penis right now because it hurts so bad to hold
it's not good for you. You shouldn't do that.
My kidneys will be fine. If you're not hard, get hard. Once you get hard, stay hard. 3/4 of a bottle of tequila, a pair of Budweisers apiece. We'll come back next episode. Actually, we're going to be joined by a couple of friends of the show, friends of the program, of the Watchin' It show, Robert and Donnell. If you haven't checked out their podcast just yet, well, you get a chance to kind of hear some of their sultry tones next episode. So we're looking forward to that. Ryan, any thoughts? He's not wearing his headphone. He's done. He's checked out.
No, I'm super excited.
It's chicken wing time. Take it sleazy, everybody. Take it easy. Goodbye.
Japanese, like, they fucking do it big.